All right, so today we are going to talk about the pros and the cons to living in Jefferson Township. My name is Stephen Van Ness, and I am a real estate agent here in Jefferson Township. I've lived here my entire life. I grew up on Lk Hopatcong, and I currently live on the Oak Ridge side of town. So I've seen it all, I've experienced it all, and I am here to tell you what I love and what I hate about living in Jefferson Township. So make sure to stick around until the end. All right, so if we're going to talk about the benefits to living in Jefferson Township, we have to talk about Lk Hopatcong. So Lk Hopatcong is the largest lake in the state of New Jersey, and there are 4 towns that surround the lake. Now, Jefferson Township has more lakefront than any of the other 3 surrounding towns. We also have 2 large islands which are a part of Jefferson. So we have Raccoon Island, which actually is a ferry service where you can drive your car and it'll take you onto the island. And then we also have Halsey Island, which is only accessible by boat. Now, if you're looking for a unique kind of vacation or weekend getaway home, or if you're just looking for kind of a short-term Airbnb kind of rental as an investment opportunity, those are 2 phenomenal options for you. So aside from the islands, we have everything from multi-million-dollar lakefront mansions down to small little bungalows on the water. And if you don't want to pay the prices for lakefront, you can also move into one of the many lake communities that we have. There's multiple lake communities that offer yacht clubs, beach clubs, and boat slips so that you can feel benefits to living on the water without paying those high prices. And for anybody who doesn't want to live even close to the water, we have multiple marinas around the lake that allow you to park your boat, park your jet ski there all summer long. They'll also store it in the winter, so they'll take care of absolutely everything for you, which is awesome. We also have places that will offer boat rentals. So if you don't own your own boat, you can get one-day rentals where you can rent the boat, take your friends and family out and enjoy the lake. You can also rent the boat with a driver on it. That way they will drive you out. You can party all day and you don't have to worry about, drinking and driving home. They'll take care of everything for you. So aside from that, we also have places that offer kayak rentals, paddle board rentals, water bikes, all sorts of water activities. We also have a water taxi service where you can give them a call. They will pick you up from anywhere around the lake and they will drive you out to somebody's boat. So if you have friends or family that are out there, but you have no way to get out to their boat, you call up the water taxi and they will take you right there, which I think is pretty awesome. Now we also have the Miss Lotta, which is a big dinner boat cruise. They will cruise you around the lake in a big kind of almost cruise ship like boat and feed you the entire time. It's a really cool experience. And if you've never done it before, I highly recommend it. Now, not only does Lk Hopatcong offer things to do in the summer, but it also offers things to do in the winter. As long as it gets cold enough, the entire lake will freeze. So you can go out, you can go ice skating, you can go ice fishing, you can bring your quads, ATVs, and snowmobiles out there to rip around. So it offers something year-round. I spend all my free time on the lake and advise you guys to explore yourselves. But if we're going to talk about benefits of the lake, that has to be number 1. All right, so number 2. Now, the second reason why I love Jefferson Township is the fact that we are centrally located. We are in between Route 23, Route 80, Route 15, 287, 280. We have everything we need right at our fingertips. So to get into New York City, it's about a 45-minute ride, or there's public transportation. We have a train station only about 15 minutes away from us. We can get to Morristown in about 20 minutes. We can get down the shore in about an hour and a half. So we have everything we need right here. It's easy to get to all the major highways, and it's easy to get into New York City, which I absolutely love. So it has to be one of the top benefits to living in Jefferson Township. Now, number 3, the third benefit to living in Jefferson Township is the fact that it's not congested and dense like you'll find in some of the cities closer in New York City. So if you go to Essex, Bergen, or Hudson County, it's very dense, it's very congested. All the homes are right on top of each other. And in Jefferson, that is not the case. They're more spread out. You have more room. Everybody's not tripping over each other. It's phenomenal. So on the Lk Hopatcong side of town, you have more neighborhoods that are a little closer together, but still spread out enough to where you're not right on top of each other. And then in Oak Ridge, you're a little further away. It's more of a farmland kind of feel. You still have neighborhoods and developments, but they have a little more property. You can also find some properties with, 5-10 acres. So it's kind of something for everybody. And again, I just like the fact that everybody's not right on top of each other. You have your own space, you're not congested, and we don't have a traffic problem, which is absolutely wonderful. So now let's talk about number 4. All right, number 4. So number 4 has to be the food. Okay, we have some of the best restaurants around. If you want to go to a lakefront restaurant, we have the Windlass, we have the Stonewater, we have Alice's, we have the Jefferson House, Mason Street. There are so many options all the way down from little dive bars to more upper scale kind of fancier restaurants like the Stonewater. They all have amazing food. They all offer amazing views, sunset views overlooking the lake. So it's a great environment. You also get some phenomenal food with it. And we also have the Jefferson Diner, which was featured on Guy Fieri's show on the Food Network. So people come from all around the state of New Jersey just to eat at our diner. So you have to try it out. Now on top of that, we have other diners, 2 other diners in town. We also have a plethora of pizzerias and delis. So if you want a quick sandwich, you want a quick slice, there are more than enough options, and you will never run out of options as far as eating in Jefferson Township. Now let's talk about number 5. So number 5 has to simply be just the people that live in Jefferson Township. Now I grew up here, I've lived here my entire life, and I love everybody here. It's a very community feel. You know, if you need a hand, you give your neighbor a call. Everybody's happy to help each other. They all participate in community events. There's plenty to do in town. There's plenty of ways to get active within the school district. So it's just a great feel all around. It's not a huge town, but it's more of a small town, kind of hometown feel, which I really like. And I just think it's a great environment, especially to raise a family in. All right, so we have talked about the benefits. You've seen the pros. Now it's time to talk about the cons to living in Jefferson Township. So without further ado, number 1 would have to be, if you are looking to go out to eat during the summer months, you're gonna wanna make a reservation. Okay, summer is our busy season. People come from all over to visit our restaurants and our lake. So you're gonna wanna call ahead and make reservations because it can get very busy. All right, so the second con would have to be Berkshire Valley Road. Berkshire is the heart of Jefferson Township. It takes you from the Oak Ridge side of town to Route 15, which will take you to Lk Hopatcong. Now, Berkshire Valley Road, for those that don't know, is a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. Some people seem to think that it's only 25 miles an hour, and it is an extremely long road. So if you're stuck behind somebody that does 25 the entire way, it's going to take forever. Good news is you have 2 other options. If you're trying to get to Route 80, you can just take 23 and that'll take you right to 80. Or you can take Weldon Road, which also takes you to Lk Hopatcong, and you can get to Route 80 from there as well. Either way, you have multiple options, but if you are traveling down Berkshire Valley, make sure to watch out for those slow drivers. Okay, so I have lived on Lk Hopatcong, and I've also currently live in Oak Ridge. But one con to Jefferson Township is the fact that we are very divided. People that live in Lk Hopatcong hate the Oak Ridge side of town. People who live in Oak Ridge hate the Lk Hopatcong side of town. Everybody says they live in the best area, and nobody can agree on it. So you need to check out both sides of town, visit Oak Ridge, visit Lk Hopatcong, and you can decide for yourself which one is the best. All right, another con of Jefferson Township is that everybody knows each other. So if you're at a community event and you're talking about somebody else, you need to watch what you say because they might know the person who you're talking about. Everybody knows each other. There's a lot of people who graduated from the school district and still live here. So it's a very community feel and it keeps it very close together. But you need to get out, introduce yourself to the locals and don't talk bad behind someone's back because chances are they're gonna find out about it. All right, and finally, we take our sports very seriously here in Jefferson. We have a hardcore rival with Sparta Township, which is the town located right next to Jefferson. So if you do have friends that live in Sparta, I hate to break it to you, but you may lose that relationship. You should probably stop talking to them because that is our biggest rival. Make sure if you're going to a football game or basketball game, make sure you do not miss the times that we verse Sparta. The games are always crazy, they're always wild, and we always need more fans in the grandstands cheering everybody on. So now that we went over the pros and cons to Jefferson Township, I really thank you guys for watching. I hope this provided to be useful information for you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out. I will leave my information below. And if you are moving to Jefferson or Lk Hopatcong in general, please give me a call. I will go over all the neighborhoods and tell you everything you need to know about the community and neighborhood that you're looking in. I hope to talk to you guys soon, and thank you for watching.